Hi, everybody. Welcome to our weekly recap of Beyond the Gates. We're on Thursday today because this week Beyond only um, aired 3 days, Monday through Wednesday, due to the NCAA tournament. Look, I like college basketball a lot. I really do. I love sports, but you're interrupting our show. So we're not going to be on here. They're not going to be on. I don't think they'll be on next week either on Thursday or Friday. I wouldn't think. I could be wrong, but so they finished up yesterday for the week. Left us with a couple cliffhangers. What we have is some very interesting things happening. Danny, she's still obsessed with Bill and Haley, and I don't know, you can blame her so much, but I think and it is pretty obvious this week, and I think Andre noticed it. I think Danny's close to becoming an alcoholic, and so that could be a very interesting storyline in the next period of time. It could go on for years, and we've seen soap opera characters who have been alcoholics, and it's lasted for years. They've fallen back into it. They get sober, then they fall back into it again. But I feel like Danny's headed down that road. She's lonely. She is, she feels betrayed. So then we have the Leslie, Eva, Ted Richardson storyline, where the crazy Leslie she is absolutely attempting to get revenge on Ted for the affair they had years ago, and then him dumping her and her having to raise Ava herself. I still think we're going to find out, and it might be a long time away, but I still think we're going to find out that Ava is not Bill's or Ted's daughter, and it may not even be Ava's daughter. I think it's going to be, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be unpacked there. But her storyline is going to be more than just that. She's already softened toward the Richardsons a little bit. And that her mom's not going to be too happy for that. Leslie is not going to be too happy about that. What I've also noticed is Kat. Ava and Kat do not like each other. I mean, that's been pretty obvious. I haven't noticed it. I think if you watch the show, everybody's noticed it. So what we have here is we're going to have they're going to hate each other for years. That's what's going to happen. They're going to hate each other for years. So what's going to be interesting about this is that I think Eva, she was flirting with Tomas. She was flirting with Tomas the other day, and Kat came out. It was beautiful. I like it. I don't like Kat. I'm sorry, I don't like Kat. I don't like her that character. She's not a nice person. She's a spoiled brat. So she wasn't too happy when she came out and she saw her man talking with Ava. I mean, Ava already wore her dress. Boy, she was not happy about that, which you knew she wasn't going to be when she found out. But there's quite a few storylines that are going to develop between Kat and Ava, I believe. But I'm predicting this right now. Kat really likes Tomas, but she's a snob. So she won't treat him right. You watch. She will not treat him right. They'll stay together, but Eva, I'm going to predict this. Eva will sleep with Tomas before Kat does, and then that'll be the end of that. So we also have Jacob and his new partner, kind of a rough older guy. The week ended with them on a stakeout. And I think that what's going to happen is, I think his partner's going to get killed. And then Jacob's going to want revenge. Even though they're not partners for long, I think his partner's going to get killed. They talk about being close to retirement. That's on TV. When a cop talks about being close to retirement, they almost always get killed. And I think he's going to get killed. And then Jacob will want revenge. And that's going to be interesting to see too, what happens. Also, we talked about Andre as far as helping out Danny, but he also, we know he has feelings for Ashley, and he almost kissed her, and she wasn't too happy about that, but I don't know if she wasn't too happy about that. She's with Derek, and Derek, let's be honest, you can tell a character on a soap opera who's going to be browbeaten and treated badly. It's usually the guy who's really nice. And Derek's, Andre and Ashley will eventually hook up. They will get together. And that'll be the end of Ashley and Derek. But of course, he won't know for months. There'll be all kinds of drama surrounding it. But the Ashley, Andre, Derek love triangle is just beginning. You could tell something was going to happen right from the beginning of the show, like the first or second day. But I thought what was really interesting, what I thought was really interesting this week is some of the employees of Bill Hamilton's law firm approaching Naomi about her helping them file a harassment lawsuit against Bill's law firm and one of his employees. I cannot remember the employee's name, but he's a scumbag. And Bill is not going to be too happy when he finds out that his daughter is representing these people. I already saw a preview. They showed that preview of Haley being really angry about it. Well, Haley needs to just shut her mouth. Haley is like, come on. Yeah, is she loyal? No. Haley's a pig. Sorry, but she is. And but that's going to be very interesting when Naomi and her father clash. If it goes to court, it's going to be really good, I think. It's going to be a very interesting storyline. But it was a good week. Even though we only have 3 days of the show, watching the Duprees, Anita and Vernon are great. Tamara Toomey and Clifford Davis, they are something. They are such good actors, and they really add a legitimacy to their roles. So I think that's pretty much it for this week. It really wasn't, we only had 3 days, so there's not, a lot more to go over. I think I went over pretty much everything that transpired this week. Danny breaking into Bill and Haley's house and being saved by her friend. That was pretty good. But Haley figured it out anyway. So, but that's it. Boy, I must need to take a nap. I'm just tired because Gates isn't on today, So we will see you. Hopefully we'll see you next week for our next recap, our recap of week 4 of Beyond the Gate. The greatest soap opera in television, Beyond the Gates. We'll see you next week.